This month is stacked. We've got Trap, Blink Twice, Cuckoo, Alien. It's honestly endless. But I want to talk to you about what's coming to streaming services and VOD this month. And let me tell you, the last one is my favorite pick and I cannot wait. But let's go in order. Abbey Cornish fans will be interested to hear about Detained, a new crime thriller about a woman who wakes up in a police interrogation room with no memory of the night prior. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, as the station she's detained in has some unusual policies. The film promises to be a twisted and tense thriller with blood. The film plays around with different lighting as we go from the juxtaposition of the start with these beautiful neon lights in a seemingly romantic setting, but when she wakes up, she is surrounded by the gritty walls of this prison. Now it becomes a claustrophobic thriller. Check this one out from the 2nd of August on VOD rental platforms. I hate to bring up this one once again, so I'll be quick, but AMFAD, also known as All My Friends Are Dead, is finally hitting VOD this month. The bubblegum slasher follows a group of college friends that rent an Airbnb for a music festival. But things take a turn when they begin to be stalked by a masked intruder. Interesting in this film, it's a digital mask. Have we seen that before? Let me know down in the comments if you've seen this happen in a horror movie, because I could not think of any instance. The film is already receiving some criticism for its trailer because it was promoted as a JoJo Siwa film and she doesn't make much of an appearance at all. Are you brave enough to find out why? Check this one out from the 2nd. Ganymede comes out this month and I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I feel about it, but I think we have to watch it to find out. The film screened at Soho Horror Pride Festival just a couple weeks ago, where it received positive reviews. But the trailer leaves little to the imagination. The movie is the story of a small town wrestling star who develops a crush on his classmate, and as he navigates through his thoughts and feelings, he begins to be stalked by a dark entity. The name comes from Greek mythology and the metaphors for the story are very blatant. But with its positive reviews, I'd love to see what the broader community thinks. The movie hits VOD platforms including Apple TV and Prime Video on the 6th. There are a few reasons we should be interested in new woods survival horror consumed. One, it's getting a limited cinema release along with the release on VOD on the 16th. Second, it stars Devon Sawa. And third, it's about Wendigos, a subject we don't get to explore often enough within horror. The film is about a couple who are trapped in the woods in between a madman and a strange entity. Now they must fight to survive to make it out of the woods. The movie boasts a moody atmosphere with a lot of dark scenes, fog, and shadows. Check it out from the 16th. For those who are following independent filmmakers, the Addams Family, you may remember their films such as Hellbender and Where the Devil Roams. Well, I have some great news for you. They are back with Hellhole. This is the story of an American fracking crew who are working deep in the Serbian wilderness when they find themselves at odds with government-assigned environmental advisors. When they get permission to drill, the workers uncover the unimaginable. Something is dormant deep, entombed in the frozen rock. Now awakened, it tears through the mining facility in search for the perfect host. This one will be out from August the 23rd on Shudder. Heather Graham leads new thriller western Place of Bones. Set in 1876, we follow a mother and daughter who are living alone on a remote ranch, which they must protect when a gang of ruthless outlaws approach. The film is a story of revenge in a cruel landscape. Expect a slow start, breaking into some intense violence and action sequences. Check it out from the 23rd. Hostile Dimensions is an indie found footage that pushes boundaries. And I mean that literally, as we follow two documentary filmmakers who travel through alternative dimensions to uncover the truth behind an artist who has disappeared, facing their worst nightmares along the way. The film is a mind-bending mashup of mixed media and it looks extremely unique. The UK-based horror sci-fi is sure to bring something new to your to-watch list this month. Check it out from the 23rd on VOD platforms. Out Come the Wolves does not have a trailer as of right now, but the mystery thriller follows 3 friends who decide to spend the weekend hunting. And good news, this one is directed by Adam McDonald, who directed Pyewacket and Backcountry. Hopefully we'll see a trailer soon. The movie is aiming for a limited release in the cinemas as well as on VOD on the 30th of August. And finally, The Deliverance hits Netflix this month. Starring Andra Day and Glenn Close, the supernatural horror is about a family living in a home located in Indiana. But trouble begins when ominous events convince them and their surrounding community that their house may be the location of something truly evil. The film is said to be inspired by the true story of LaToya Ammons, whose case was publicized in 2014 and received national attention. You should look up the story, maybe afterwards if you don't want spoilers. I love a spooky story, obviously, and I cannot wait to see this one and see how it turns out. How true is it to the real story, or is it just really lightly inspired by it? But most of all, is it scary? That's what I really want to know. And just so you know, Maxine does hit VOD this month if you're looking to check that out. I have a whole review on that. And also I wanted to recommend, if you're lucky enough to catch Skincare at cinemas, do it. It's only playing in limited cinemas and it looks very tense. Just throwing it out here now. Cuckoo, I will not be covering because it's not coming out in my country just yet, but let me know what you're looking forward to watching this month down below, and don't forget to check out my monthly wrap up of everything I watched last month with a lot of recommendations and a couple of rants.